it's Sarah Jane from Cards and a Cuppa, and I'm here today with day 32 of my craft room clear out series. And today we're going to be making this milk carton out of one sheet of card. I've got this this video is in both inches and centimeters today, and this is a milk carton that I first designed and made way back in April 2015. So it's casing one of my own designs. So hope you'll enjoy this tutorial. I have a sheet of Just Jade card here, which is an old in colour. So I'm gonna use the 3 small images from the set to stamp the background, and then I'm going to use these two to decorate a panel in a minute. So we're going to use all the stamps actually, and I don't think I have a Just Jade ink pad. Let me just check. Oh, I do have Just Jade. Right, so we're going to stamp in Just Jade. If you don't have the same colour ink pad as your cardstock, then you can always use Versamark, which gives a good nice tone on tone effect, and obviously it works with any colour except white really, so always worth remembering that. Yes, so we're going to stamp before we score, because if you score first, then your stamp you're not going to be able to stamp properly where the score lines are. So yeah, always better to stamp first and then score if you're making a box. A cute heart, isn't it? So we don't need to worry too much about this bottom bit, because this will be the bottom that folds up, so you won't see that. Okay, so I'm going to use my score pal. You could also use your paper trimmer if you have one with a scoring blade, but for something like this, scoring board is handy. So for A4 card in the UK, so we're going to score at 7, 14, 21. Oh, gone off a bit there, haven't I? Let's do that again. 21 and 28. Now US cardstock is slightly smaller, so your box will be just slightly smaller, but you're going to score at 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10 inches. And you're going to flip it round and score at back to centimetres, 4 centimetres, 14 centimetres and 19 centimetres. Now you need to make sure that 4 centimetres is at the bottom of your stamped images. If they're flowers and they don't go up or down, obviously it doesn't matter, but if you've got directional images like I have, so 4 is the bottom, so you need to do the 4 down here, 14 and then 19. And now in inches, you're going to do 1.5 inches, 5.5 inches and 7.5 inches. Now you need a pair of scissors, and you're going to take this bottom corner piece off, slightly in on that bit there, just to make it easier to fold, and then cut up to the 4 centimetre score line. Then you're going to fold all of these measurements, all of these score lines inwards to make your box. And then up at the bottom, probably should have done this before I cut, shouldn't I? and then in on the 14 centimetre or 5.5 inches, but then out on the 19 or 7.5 inch score line. Now add glue to this small tab here, or tape. You could use tape too. Good strong double-sided tape though, because this is going to hold the whole thing together. And then fold that over, and then pop 2 of the panels in, and then you're going to add adhesive to the opposite 2. Making sure you keep the box straight from the top while the glue dries. It doesn't take very long, but it just needs a few moments. And then it's as simple as pushing those 2 sides in and squeezing the top to make your milk carton. A little paper clip to hold it together. That's just a perfect way of gifting chocolates or smellies, a bit of tissue paper maybe. Yeah, so that's that. So what I'm going to do is make a panel for the front using thick white card, thick whisper white. I'm going to cut this to 9 centimetres by 6 centimetres. And then I'm going to make a matte. This is Magenta Madness. So I'll cut this to 9.5. This is another in colour from the same year as this Just Jade. And then that's by 6.5. That'll go on the front like that. Okay, so the matte is 9.5 by 6.5, and the white is 9 by 6. In inches, the matte will be 3 3/4 by 2 1/4, and the white will be 3.5 by 2 inches. I'm going to do the flower and maybe the heart and hello. So let's get Just Jade back. I've got Magenta Madness as well. I'll do the sentiment in black. What I might do, just for fun, is try and ink it up in 2 different colours, even though I haven't got any pens. Pens would be much easier, to be fair, but I definitely haven't got these colour markers. So let's try this, see if we can get it done like this. So I'll just use post-it note tape to mask off the stem, and then I'm going to just use the ink pad, you can see that, get as close to the flower as I can with the Just Jade ink pad. It's a bit tricky. I mean, if your images are fairly, I'll see, I've got a bit of Just Jade on there. If your images are fairly blocky, like this set, then it's entirely possible that you can do this. It's not, it's quite inky if you don't get it in the right place, but yeah, let's see what it stamps like, shall we? Oh, perfect. Now, I think I will do one in Just Jade, the heart. Let's do 2 hearts in Just Jade, and then one in the magenta. So I'll just clean the stamp off in between. Now, use a baby wipe in a hurry. and sentiment. I like this font, it's nice and bold. And then I'm just going to glue that panel to the magenta card. I actually really like this colour combination, and I'm just going to glue that straight to the box. And no project will be complete without a few sequins, so let's see what we've got. These look like a good colour combination. Woven threads sequin assortment. So not the pinky ones, but let's have a look at the bluey ones and see if they work. That would be nice. So that's today's video complete, and we've made a milk carton out of one sheet of card in both inches and centimetres using the Hello Again stamp set by Stampin' Up. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I do a tutorial or a make along every day, Monday to Friday, whilst I work through what I've got in my craft room before I say goodbye to it. So do follow along on YouTube or on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Cards and a Cuppa. Thanks for watching.